Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful, and super duper delicious. And that life is treating you oh so deliciously wherever you are, my delicious and beautiful little baby subscribers that you are. So much love to you all, my delicious babies. So what do? 3, 2, 1. Beam me up, my juicy little lights. Thank you, little lights. You're delicious and bright. Now then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to any passers-by. And I hope that you too are having a super duper and wonderful time wherever you are in the world, and that life is also treating you most wonderfully, okay? So the weather in our neck of the woods in the old UK, no wind, no rain, okay? So none of that going on, okay? Although the sun is not shining, it's very grey out there, very cloudy and very dull. But maybe that is the state of the affairs in our neck of the woods in the old UK. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, so thank you for any likes and thank you for any views. Thank you. And God bless each and every one of you. And I'll say it now, sending each and every one of you bright blessings, peace, love and harmony. May your days be filled with love and joy, okay? And may your beautiful little selves and your beautiful little families be fully protected, okay? And please continue to lift the vibration and lift the frequency, okay? Now then, so let's make a start, okay? So we have in Birmingham, in Brummieland, in our neck of the woods in the old UK, although can I just please say that the weather may differ in other parts of the old UK, okay? Now, so I was hearing on a video, when was it? Was it yesterday? So we've got issues in Brummieland, in our neck of the woods in the old UK, where, because, they're trying their best to push these 15-minute cities and everything like that, okay? Of course, it is peeing others off, okay? We've got the same thing going on in London and the same thing going on in other cities, okay? This is not just one place or two places, okay? This is going on everywhere, okay? And globally, okay? Because what the idea is to effing box us all in. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Which I found that to be not very sociable, okay? So, and really nobody likes to be controlled or told that they can only go 15 minutes from, from where they live. Do you see what I mean? Or, to go travel somewhere else, that then they would get a fine for doing so after travelling so many times. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? So nobody is alike in this. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? But like I said, this is the state of the affairs right now, and they're really trying their best to push it out at a rapid rate, okay? Of course, as we can very well see, with those of us, God bless, who do know, and God bless those who very sadly do not know about this, because the box in the corner of the room, like I said before, does not tell, their viewers the truth of what is going on, okay, my delicious little babies. So the fact of the matter is, well, this is the crack what's going on there. That's in our old Brummieland, okay? There was something else I wanted to say, actually. It's gone out my flipping noddle now. It'll come back to me, Now then, so the first one, now I woke up this morning to hear that very sadly, I'm pretty sure his name, Mohammed Al Fayed, who owned Harrods, okay, Dodi Fayed, who was with Princess Diana. Our dear Princess Diana. The fact of the matter is, my delicious little babies, okay, is that he's very sadly passed away. So Al Fayed has passed away, okay? Very sad to hear, okay? And of course, when he lost his dear son, Dodi, he was, there we are, speaking up a lot about this, okay? Because nobody should have to, and I say this about any parent, okay? Nobody should have to bury their bairn, their child, even if they're older, okay? They should never have to bury, okay? That's very sad, okay? But I honestly feel that Al Fayed at the time, because I was following a lot of this, okay? At the time, he, for some reason, he was never he was never the same. Okay, my delicious little babies. And of course, you know, he was pointing the finger and blaming certain for what happened to his dear son and dear Princess Diana. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? But of course, you know, he had others, let's just say other forces, you know, who were constantly trying to shut him down. There we are, because I remember this very well. Okay, my delicious little babies. Plus the fact that I do believe at the time, if my mind serves me correctly, he wanted... was it something to do, because we are going back years now, my delicious little babies. It's only like what I'm trying to remember now, where he wanted, was it a British passport, and they wouldn't give him one. Okay, my delicious little babies. But as we very well know, and especially, amazing that, isn't it, my delicious little babies, while I'm on this subject. So please, Al Fayed, may you rest in peace and be with your dear son, Dodi. So God bless, okay? But while we're talking about passports, well, I mean, when we look at the fake royals, and that's globally all over the world, okay? And certain others, it seems that they do not have to have a passport. This has been going on for decades, do you see? Whereas what they would call us out here, you know, comes to mind, pheasants, okay? That we all have to have passports. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Just like when we were trying to roll out the passports for we know what, because I have to be careful about what I say on my videos, my delicious little babies, and then they had to push back. Do you see? Because others simply was not a liking, okay? So we can clearly see that it is one rule for one and one rule for another. Okay, my delicious little babies. So that's what I wanted to say there. So yeah, rest in peace, Al Fayed. You know, God bless, and may you be blessed to be with your dear son, okay? Now then, secondly, Richard Verbs, okay, my delicious little babies. Now, I actually had a feeling that this was the case, you know, because normally he would come up on my feed. Well, it seems that he has been, there we are, banged off again off YouTube, another strike. I do believe, so I think he's hoping to be back on old YouTube. I think it's Monday, Monday. So, yeah, and of course, you know, it's not even like he's, you know, sort of, he has such a way of saying things, my delicious little babies, yes, okay, just like he's telling a story, okay, my delicious little babies, yes. Well, it seems that they, YouTube found a video from so long ago and decided that that was not very sociable for YouTube, okay? So, well, God bless Richard. And of course, you know, for anybody who I say, not in that way, okay? But God bless him. But he has been actually busy doing other things as well. God bless. So this is giving him a chance to, you know, to get other things done as well. Okay, my delicious little babies, yes? So yeah, you'll soon be back, Richard. Do you know what I mean? It's just that, you see, this is what they're doing, say. It's like they want to set an example, okay? So it seems that even the target, the smaller channels like myself, it seems that it's all across the board, which we very well know, for those of us who do know. So yes, Richard, you'll soon be back, okay? But, you know, I'd just enjoy you know, the week off. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Now then, the next one, so this is on Charlie Ward TV. Okay, our lovely Charlie Ward, not in that way. Now, the thing is, you can type it into a search engine of your choice, my delicious little babies, yes? Charlie Ward TV, okay? W-A-R-D TV. Now, the video that you're looking for is the most recently uploaded, my delicious little babies, and it should read, warning, okay, part 2. 2023 to 2024, survival, prepare accordingly. So I should just repeat that once again, my delicious little babies, okay? Warning, part 2, 2023 to 2024, survival, prepare accordingly. Now, what your man there's talking about on this video, okay, because you do not see his birth race, he's simply putting out something, yes? And it's concerning as well part of the Caribbean, it's concerning Barbados and things like this now. So what he's explaining is, and this was all to do with Alex Jones, who I have mentioned, my delicious little babies, a number of times, God bless, and like I said, not in that way with anybody, but he's explaining things, okay? It's not a long video, my delicious little babies, no it is not, okay, but he's done, there we are, getting to the point with things, yes, okay, so yeah, so that's all we can say on that one, okay. Now then, the next one, my delicious little babies, okay, so there's not a lot today actually, surprise, surprise, okay. This is on old YouTube, my delicious little babies. Now I have mentioned this man a number of times over the months, okay, and again, not in that way, right? And his name, if you could please and thank you, type into the old space bar on YouTube, Richard Medhurst, okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, so I was listening to this video this morning, and yeah, the video should read that you're looking for. It's the most recently uploaded on old YouTube with our Richard Medhurst, who happens to have at this present time 180,000 subscribers. Keep up the good work, Richard, okay? And the same with Richard Verbs, okay? Now then, and the same with our lovely Charlie Ward, okay, and our lovely Lee Dawson, not in that way, yes, okay. Now then, should read, embarrassing, okay, embarrassing. French ambassador, Tunisia on the run. Yes, you heard me right, my delicious little babies, okay, embarrassing. French ambassador, Tunisia on the run. Wanted by police. Okay, my delicious little babies, yes. Now then, well, what's interesting here, you see, Tunisia, see what they're doing is, they're basically saying that this French ambassador has, well, he's out-welcomed his stay, okay, my delicious little babies. Now, he was supposed to attend a meeting, okay, this French ambassador, okay, and he never attended that meeting, okay. Now, what we also have to look at here, and I just want to mention this, is that you see Macron, you see now, that little flipping weasel, okay. Well, the fact of the matter is, my delicious little babies, I mean, it's like, you know, like when somebody wants to cement their feet to a certain country. Something's just coming to me, Noddle, for me to just say that, okay, my delicious little babies. It's like they just do not, you know, want to leave, do they? Do you see? Well, of course, why would anybody... See, I'm just an outsider looking in, my delicious little babies, yes? Why would anybody want to, let's just say, when they've had full and plenty, okay, my delicious little babies, out of certain countries, shall we say. There we are. So why would they feel the need to go, okay? I'm looking at it like that, okay? Okay, let me just put this in a different way, yeah, to make it simple things, yes? It's like when you get, which I've seen, there we are, over the decades, yes, many times, there we are, believe me on that one, where you have a couple, and sometimes you'll get it amicably, where they just say, you know what, throw the towel in. It is not a working, we are not a liking our relationship, yes? So what happens is they part ways, don't they, okay? And if there's blessings there, then, you know, they will still get along, not in a, like in a rumble in the jungle fashion, but, you know, they'll be polite to each other. Do you see what I mean? But then you have the other side of the coin where you've got couples where say if like one is always doing all the work or one is always doing for the other, well, sometimes, and there we are, I've seen it long time, okay, over the decades. What happens is that one does not want to leave the other because, you know, when they're on to a good thing, do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? You know, like they've got their, sorry, excuse me, like they've got their washer upper, they've got their cleaner, they've got their Rumble in the Jungle on tap. Okay, so, you know, I just try to be polite here, yes? Sometimes they are not a liking when somebody else very sadly does not want to be with them anymore. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Which of course then can cause many issues, do you see? So when I look at, this is what I do, okay? I do it from my ding ding dong dong noddle, okay, my delicious babies, yes? And the same applies when it comes to ka-ching. I've seen that, there we are, over the decades, you know, where if somebody's got a constant, shall we say, bottomless pit of ka-ching, that somebody wants to stay with somebody, there we are, else for that reason as well. Do you see? Which, of course, as we very well know, we all need ka-ching to live. However, too much of it, well, can make ones, there we are, most unhappy, okay? So, you see, this is how I'm seeing this situation. So, if it sounds like I've gone round the houses, I certainly will not apologise for that, okay? I'm just explaining this as this is, there we are, the way it's going, okay? So you see, when France, of course, you know, that little weasel flipping Macron, yes? He's another, W, stumbling again, aren't I? Another WEF, you know, World Economic Forum, little flipping muppet, puppet, pleb in Egypt, okay? Who's, you know, been sent into places now, basically to just flip in teeth and steal and rob. Do you understand what I mean? There we are, my delicious little babies, do you see? Well, it seems to me that, you know, they want to keep the presents, there we are, they want to keep the presents there, do you see what I mean? Yes, but I agree with Richard Medhurst that, you see, if you outstayed your welcome and you're not prepared as a guest in somebody else's country to be reasonable, you know, even by going to a meeting, well, I mean, come on. I mean, the best thing that he should be done doing is just leaving. There we are, he's just leaving, him and his family just going trapping. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little baby? She just simply, there we are, he's just simply just not wanted anymore. Do you see? My delicious little baby. So we are seeing the tables turning, but like I said on the previous video, I'm just going to monitor, there we are, the way that this is playing out. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes. So, like I said, I am trying to follow as much as what I can here. Yeah, so very interesting to listen to Richard Medhurst. There we are. Do you see what I mean? Yes? God bless him. He does swear sometimes, but God bless him. He does sound funny. And when he laughs, he goes, he has got a funny laugh. God bless him. But like I said, not in that way, not in that way. Now, finally, okay, right, okay. I don't know how others are going to take this now, right? I first seen your man there now on BitChute, my delicious little babies, and he's under, although I haven't seen him for quite a while, okay, mind you, I haven't searched, you know, or anything like that, but sometimes it would just come up on your feed. Well, on BitChute, you know, search engine of your choice, and scroll down news and politics, bish bash bong, you're on there. You know, you could type in Jolly Heretic, the Jolly Heretic, okay, because that's what he's under, or was under, on old YouTube. But he's come up on my feed this morning. There we are, my delicious little babies, look at that. And it's very interesting. And his name, so if you please and thank you, my delicious little babies, to please tap into the old space bar in YouTube, yes? Prof, as in professor, okay? But it's shortened to Prof, okay? Edward Dutton, okay? Prof Edward Dutton, that's the uploader, not in that way, not in that way, okay? He happens to have 76.3 thousand subscribers, okay, my delicious little babies, and he's on YouTube and he's on BitChute under Jolly Heretic, okay? Now, the thing is this is the video that you're looking for should read. Okay, my delicious babies. I do believe, there we are, it was uploaded 2 days ago. Okay, my delicious babies. Britain plunges in low IQ chaos. Okay, my delicious babies. So I should just repeat that once again. Britain plunges in low IQ chaos. And that's with Prof. Edward Dutton. Okay, my delicious babies, who happens to have 76.3 thousand subscribers on YouTube. Okay, now what it is about this Edward Dutton. Okay, so I'm going to close my book. I've not missed anything, have I? I do not believe that I have, my delicious babies. No, so we can now close my book and put it over there. Now then, you see what it is. You have to get him. Okay. Sometimes he says things, right? What's the word I'm looking for with him? To me, it comes across as being rather eccentric, if you know what I mean, my delicious babies. Now, sometimes he can say things and it doesn't really, put it this way, it's not very palatable, okay, to some, okay? But it seems to be his way of saying things, do you see? Now, what he happens to be talking about, yes, it's all to do with the technology, and it's all to do with, and what he's saying is that over the decades that IQs have become lower, okay? Now, what he's also talking about, and his video is only about 8 minutes something long, so it's not long at all, my delicious little babies. So what he's also talking about, okay, is, you know, like this technology where you got some, you know, when he receives emails or comments, okay, where they say, oh no, technology is the way to go, technology is the way to go. And I'm really pleased that this video came up actually on my feed with Edward Dutton, simply because I was done saying it, there we are, for months and years, do you see? You see, the thing is with technology, yes, it can be a good thing, okay, if, there we are, it is used correctly. However, if it's not used correctly, or let's just say, sometimes, okay, things, let's just say, can crash. Okay, my delicious little babies, yes. And this happens with technology. There we are. We've seen it for decades, okay? So what he's talking about is to do with flats, to do with, you know, what he's basically saying is that technology can do some things, yes, but then you're always going to get, basically, there we are, an idiot, okay, who's dealing with this technology, who clearly, there we are, makes mistakes, do you see? Now, I'm done saying this, there we are. Do you see? So, you see, as much as, you know, certain want to eradicate us, okay, the fact is, there we are, and I've been done saying it for months and years, they need us. Do you see what I mean, okay? All that this comes down to, I said it before, I'll say it again, is that certain, there we are, wants to continue to rule the world, okay, doesn't want it being overpopulated globally or anything like that, okay, because it's simply harder to control, my delicious babies. There we are, and this is what this is about, okay. So when I was listening to the video this morning with Edward Dutton, you know, Prof. Edward Dutton on YouTube, you see, some would say, okay, you have to try not to take him the wrong way. Sometimes he's very, well, I say most of the time actually, okay, and he's been like that, there we are, for years. He can be very, there we go, very blunt, okay, my delicious little baby is very blunt indeed, okay, and, but I always say, and again, not meaning this in a nasty way. You see, I do not do that. All I do is just give my opinion. I'm a woman with a view and I'm entitled, there we are, to my view, okay? And to me, somebody can only be offended if it gets, there we are, under their skin. Do you see what I mean, Martin Schluck baby? So what he's saying is that with technology, that things can go wrong, and ones who are using the technology, shall we say, simply do not have a very high, there we are, IQ. There we are, he's basically done saying it. Do you see? My delicious little babies. But yes, well worth a listen, okay? It's not going to, there we are, it's, before I even say it again, it's not, there we are, going to sit right with everybody, because they're going to go cheeky, you know, probably talk to their dog and burn, or the computer or the laptop or the tablet, and just say, flipping cheeky sod, you know, that I've got a lower IQ. Do you see me? What he's actually saying is, you have to dissect it and you have to break it down, what he's saying, okay? I mean, sometimes, I must be honest about delicious babies, I do find him amusing, there we are, over the years, what he comes out with. Do you see what I mean? Thinking, well, only he could, there we are, come out with these things, do you see? Yes, all right. But, you know, nobody's perfect in this world, none of us are. But, you know, if you look at it, when we look, there we are, over the decades, okay, you see, I would say to a degree, there we are, that he's correct in what he's saying, because you see, when certain, shall we say, like to dumb down their populations in their countries and everything like this, okay, and usually it comes from one source, okay, well, of course, it means that there isn't any, with some, not with all, okay, that with some, it's like their intelligence, shall we say, which they do, there we are, they do have, but because their mind is so filled with, there we are, with lots of other things, okay, so they're being consumed, there we are, I've just had the word consumed, there we are, with other things, okay, that sometimes they miss other things. Do you see? There we are. That's the best way to explain it, my delicious babies. Okay, so that's the end of my video today. So, sorry, excuse me. Have another sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. See, everybody needs to get a handle on it and really keep it that way, okay? Because it seems very much to me, there we go, that things are moving very fast indeed, okay, my delicious babies. And he was also talking about Edward Dutton, okay, what made me say Andrew? Anyway, Edward Dutton was also talking about, you know, like in the sky, shall we say, with planes and things like this. Well, anyway, there we are, us done saying things. Okay, and of course we're still hearing continuously, there we are, well I am anyway, about problems with pilots, with, the Cerner's got his hat on, hip 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 hooray. See how my face has gone flipping yellow or orange, look at that. I think that's only happened once or twice on my Dog and Burns. Do you see what I mean? It doesn't normally do that. Anyway, so the point is, what I'm saying to you is, my delicious little babies, is that, yeah, I've been hearing about the pilots for some, and other things now. So, you know, what I'm saying is, anyway, I know what I'm saying, but I have been mentioning, there we are, things over the months. Okay, my delicious babies, so like I said, that's the end of my video. So please give a listening ear, because it's always very welcomed, my delicious babies, okay? Please take care of yourselves, and please try to take care of others. Please, a smile a day keeps the doctor away. Sometimes a moan a day, if you're like myself, keeps the doctor away, okay? For others, a crunch apple a day keeps the doctor away, okay? And please give a pat on the back, a shake of the old hand to some family members, to some friends, or to some work colleagues, and please tell them that they're super duper wonderful, super duper juicy, and super duper delish, and that you love them so, okay? So until my next video, thank you once again for listening. Much love, take care, God bless, thank you, goodbye.